Welcome to this clip. I'm going to be talking to you here about the condition of zakat, which is the passing of the year. Now, what does this passing of the year exactly mean? Okay, if I was to draw for you, let's say, a timeline, let's draw the line here and add in the months. So November, okay, December, January. Here we are, quickly did it. Now let me draw another line going down from here, roughly about here, and I'll just add in the details. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Just draw a line up there. Okay, so let's say that's the amount of money, and these are the months. So if we look at this and we say that the nisab, okay, the nisab threshold, let's say it's £350. For argument's sake, let's say it's £350. So £350, we can draw a rough line there, okay, going all the way across, and that's the nisab. So let's take an example. Let's say there's a man, okay, here's our man, and let's say he has money. Okay, so he has money. Now, does he have to pay zakat on that money or not? That's the question he has. So what we do is we look, when was the last time he had, when did his nisab start? When did he have his threshold the first time? So let's say, for example, in February. So in February he had £450. Okay, so that's there, £450. So therefore, from here, his nisab will begin. Okay, this is the starting point, and just as it starts, you can imagine it like, you know, one of those stop clocks, okay, that has a button on there, and as soon as the race starts, okay, the clock ticks. So the clock starts ticking from here, and then we have to look at this. So it's February, let's say it's February there. Okay, so February. So we have to look at February in the next year. So here, February goes up to here. How much does he have in February? Now, if we look in February, if he has, let's say, £500, okay, so he has £500 there. Now, all we look at is this point. So this is the starting point, and this is the end point. Okay, the end. Okay, the starting point he has above the threshold, and at the end of the year, the 12 months, he has the threshold. Therefore, that means that he has to pay zakat. Okay, he has to give zakat. Zakat is due upon him. Why? Because 1 year has passed and he has the threshold. Now, we don't look at anything in between. So let's say money in between. So his money decreases, and then sometime in the year increases. Okay, that we don't even look at that. So that is totally ignored, and that's not considered at all. All we consider is the starting point and the end point. So this person, does he have to give zakat or not? Yes, we say he has to give zakat. Let's look at another person. Let's choose another color here. Okay, let's use purple. And let's say we have this purple person. okay, or a female, let's say, does she have to give zakat? Now we have to look at her nisab. Does she have the nisab? When was the first time she had the threshold? If she had the threshold. So if she had the nisab, let's say in January. So in January she had £500. Okay, £500 in January. So now the starting point is here. And then we have to look at January, okay, 12 months on. So here, January, how much does she have here? How much savings does she have? So over here, if she has above the threshold, if she has more than the threshold, then she has to give zakat. And if she has less, so let's say she has less than threshold. Let's say she has only £300. If she has £300, and this is the end point, let's say this is the end, okay, then she has no zakat to give. Okay, no zakat. And that's how it works. Now let's look at one more example. So one more example to make things just a bit more clear. Let's say we have a person. Let's put another person here. Okay, so we have this person. Do they have to give zakat or not? So we look at the nisab. Did they ever have nisab? If they, let's say, were not to have a nisab, so in January they didn't have a nisab, and all throughout the year they didn't have a nisab, and right at the end, let's say here, that's let's say it's April they hit the nisab. So now here is where the clock starts, and then we'd have to go in the future or the next year, 12 months time, and find out at that point in April, do they have the savings above the threshold or not. And if they do, they'll have to give zakat, otherwise they won't. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, then please leave them in the comments. Jazakumullah khair.